We were up 4 in the second half, and then they made a run. We turned the ball over too much. I had 5. That's way too many. As for myself, I ain't play well. Put this one on me. I haven't been playing well, so I put all these losses on me. But yeah, we'll be back. We'll bounce back. Whether it's on TV or not, Buffalo's a really good team. So anytime you play against a team like that, I feel like you can learn something and you can improve in different areas. And I feel like the only time it's a loss is if you don't learn. And that's what we got to do. We got to learn from it. And we won 2 straight. We lost 3 of our last 4 or something like that. And so it's just on the roller coaster right now. We got to find smooth there, and then, yeah, we'll be all right, though. We'll be all right. But, yeah, as for me, I've been in the gym. It's just I'm just not hitting anything. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to just continue to get in the gym and hopefully something fall for me, and then encourage my teammates. They do a pretty good job of coming in here, too. So we got to do more. Whatever we're doing, it's not working, so we got to do more. Yeah, that is my mindset because I can't hit a jump shot right now. So, yeah, I'm just trying to be aggressive, and, yeah, it kind of sucks when you can't hit a jump shot at the time. But, yeah, like I said, I'm going to continue to get in the gym and hopefully stuff start falling. And then the same goes for free throws. The more you practice, the more Coach calls it sweat equity. So the more sweat and time you put into the game, the more you should get out of it. Maybe not all the time, but, yeah. No turnovers, and I think he said they had 12 points or 19 points off our turnovers or something like that. That's it. And then, so, yeah, we had way too many turnovers. I myself had way too many turnovers. And, yeah, so he said limit turnovers. We have to box out. We gave up a rebound on the first possession, so that wasn't a good start to the game. Yeah, we just got to get better. We got to get better in all areas.
Yeah, I mean, our fans got to see just how good Buffalo is. It's a really, really good basketball team, talented. They've kind of got it all. You know, they have a lot of speed. They have the ability to shoot the 3. They've got good inside play. They're strong. They're long. They're physical. You know, and then they've got some really good one-on-one players. You know, to go with it. They don't really rely heavily on execution. They rely on their players, and they got some good ones. You know, and we have when you play against a team as good as them, we have a small margin for error. You know, anybody's going to be honest with you, that plays against Buffalo, they're going to have to play really, really well, and they're going to have to get Buffalo to play poor. And tonight, you know, in spurts, we played the way we needed to, but our margin for error, the biggest key coming into the game was don't turn the ball over, because I don't know if I've seen a team in my 15 years in the MAC that turns turnovers into points as fast as they do. And they had 19 points off of our turnovers. We talked about transition defense. They had 12 points in transition. And then the free throw bug again. You know, we at a time when we could have kept within arm's distance, or at a time when we could have extended the lead. We had a 4-point lead there early in the second half. At a time when we could have had a bigger lead, you know, we had knocked down our free throws. You know, so tomorrow's a day off for our guys, mandatory day off. But they know where the gym is. I hope they're in it. You know, and knocking down some free throws, because you know, we can't continue to miss our free throws and have that hurt us like it did in the last 2 ball games. You know, I don't know. I mean, as I told the guys, you know, I think if anything, you know, the takeaway is, again, there's not a big margin for error in this league. We're at a point in time, we're 1/3 of the way through conference play now. You know, 6 games into conference play. And we've played, you know, I think Buffalo's right now, I think they're the best team. They certainly are record-wise, and they're the best team I've seen, you know, on film. Or we've played against Toledo, is really, really good offensive team as well. And there's a lot of us that are capable of beating those teams. But again, we're going to have to play better than what we did at Toledo and what we did against Buffalo tonight, to catch those teams, and so everybody's going to be playing catch up, and again, I think that the biggest takeaway for us is going to be the margin for error, that we talk about. I hate to beat a dead horse, but we can't turn the ball over. Got to get good shots. Got to knock down free throws. Got to follow game plan. We didn't get back on defense tonight. Again, 19 points off of turnovers. So, we just have to. It's going to be cliche-ish, but as a coach, we got to get the guys back in the film room and show them exactly where things went wrong, and they need to see it. Good players, competitors, good kids, which we have. They always come back and they want to see what happened. They want to see what went wrong. They want to correct it. And so, in the middle of a game when the bullets are flying out there, you don't always know. You're guarding a guy, you're getting through a screen, and all of a sudden somebody scores behind you, and it's like, what happened? And so when you see on film, the old coaching adage, film doesn't lie. And when you see on film, that's what they need to see. And it will show it to them and try and get those things corrected so that it doesn't happen in the future. We know we can play with them. That we showed that, that part is there, but, we're at home, so it hurts to lose a home game. And it also, again, we just can't make the mistakes we made tonight when you're playing against a team as good as Buffalo. They made things really difficult on them. We knew that was going to happen. They had just did the same thing they had just done the same thing to Eugene German from Northern. Really good point guard there. And, once he gave up the ball, it was difficult for him to get it back. Devontae Jordan's a really good defensive player, and he overplays everything. And so you got to have some other guys step up and make some plays. And so, we made the adjustment at halftime to get Thomas going early in the shot clock, not later in the shot clock, and we had to create some separation. When we came up to set ball screen, they changed their defensive coverage, the way they normally do things. Normally, their big guy lays way back, and he came all the way up, to play Thomas and try and get it out of his hands. So we went to a little different set, to get some separation for Thomas. It worked. He was able to get to the rim. Missed some shots. Thought we could have got a couple of calls that would have made things a little easier for us. He got frustrated with that. It's frustrating, when you got a guy that gets to the rim, but it didn't happen. But his heart, he's the heart of the team, and we need him to do a lot. We ask him to do a lot, and I thought he really tried to do that tonight. Yeah, I took him to lunch 2 days. That's legal, by the way. I took him to lunch 2 days ago. No, it was yesterday. I took him to lunch yesterday. We sat down, talked about everything. I felt like he needed to press the reset button a little bit because he hadn't been playing as well as he would have liked, and some of his shots haven't been dropping, and I think people know that. But he's getting a lot of, and we talked as a team, after the Kent State loss. And, I thought the team was really good to him as well. Told him that we're asking him to do everything, and the team said we need to help you out more. So Thomas and I went to lunch. He's a real religious kid, and said that he had come off a really good Bible study the night before. It helped clear his head. Lunch was good. And then I stuck around with him. We shot by ourselves, and spent a little time with them. And I think we're going to see Thomas that we've become accustomed to. He's just got to relax, clear his head, and not try and do too much. Even though the defenses are playing to him, and trying to make somebody else beat him. And that's what Buffalo did tonight. And if we get some other guys, I thought we had some offensive spurts tonight. We get some other guys that can score and take advantage of this, then that'll take a lot of pressure. Tonight, it helps when there's balance. We had balance tonight that we didn't. Again, the turnovers killed us, but we had some offensive balance tonight. and we're going to need that. You know, when he's at the 4, you know, there's one set of things we can do. When he's at the 5, there's another set of things that he can do. But we've been trying to get him more down low. You know, and to use his, you know, he went 5 of 7 tonight, and his 2 misses were from 3. And he's capable. You know, he's capable of knocking them down, but it's not something we want to do all the time. You know, and so you know, he has the freedom to step out and take those, but you know, he's pretty darn good when he's around the rim, and so we need a good power game out of him. You know, and again, we're asking him to do a lot too. You know, while Seth continues to come back, and you know, they went small tonight. Buffalo did. You know, and when that happens, then you also have to make that matchup too, and it puts Brandon in a different position. Guarding different guys, you know, it's a lot on him too. But you know, the biggest thing tonight was our defense. You know, we turned the ball over, which turned into points for them, and our transition defense, even off of makes. You know, we'd make shot, they came back, scored on us a couple of times at least. You know, where they got the ball, and we showed them on film it was going to happen. Showed them a film clip today where. Getting ready for it, where the ball got passed ahead, and within 3 seconds they were taking a shot, you know, and it happened again tonight, you know, to us. So we got to get that. We got to. That's part of the margin for I'm talking about. We got to get that solved.